Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have a very special guest with me this evening. Hello, and it is Erica from BCPP, Breast Cancer Prevention's Partners, and we are so excited to have Erica today with us. She is the head of communications and marketing over at BCPP. We're doing a special promotion and a special call to action for all of you learning a little bit more about our pink campaign. So Erica, thank you so much for jumping on with me this evening.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome. Now tell us a little bit about what the mission and the goal is of the organization.
Right. So Breast Cancer Prevention Partners, also known as BCPP, which we'll probably be referring to mostly on this call. We are the only national organization that's science-based, advocacy-based, working to eliminate toxic chemicals and environmental exposures that are directly linked to breast cancer. So many of us have heard this stat that 1 in 8 women will face a breast cancer diagnosis in her lifetime. What that means is basically over 250,000 women each year in America will have a new case of breast cancer. And the really crazy thing about all of this is that 90% of breast cancer cases have no link to genetics. So where does that leave us? It's the environment, it's the products around us, it's the food we eat, the water we drink, what we put on our bodies, our workplaces. And so what we're doing at BCPP is trying to get those carcinogens out of these harmful chemicals and out of our everyday products, out of the environment. So then we can stop this disease before it starts. That's the goal. And right now, it's been a really great process of trying to educate more people on prevention. Cures are amazing, research is amazing, but our philosophy here is like, why do people even need to get breast cancer to begin with? Let's try and stop it now. Let's get, exposing the cause is the cure for us. And so we've published a lot of science reports. We passed legislation. We moved the markets and the industries to adopt better policies. And then we do consumer education and outreach and community building. So thank you for having me on today. And I hope you'll learn a few things and want to check us out on our website.
Oh, I really appreciate it. I think the key here, Erica, at least for us here at Lemongrass Spa, is you're part of the solution in terms of prevention. And so preventing exposure to toxic chemicals is one of the things that is near and dear to our hearts here at Lemongrass Spa, and creating products within the beauty space is what we're known for. So I know that, you shared with us the goal, the fact that it's science-based, you're helping create solutions in the beginning so that it's prevention. And I think when we hear the fact that only 10% is really genetic, I think that's pretty shocking for a lot of people, because we've been led to believe that, it's predisposition and those kinds of things. But really, we need to take a better look at what's in our environment, what are we using in our homes, and also the slice of things that we're using throughout the day, which are our beauty and self-care products, right? So we have a campaign that we do here at Lemongrass Spa to really help impact, first of all, knowledge. So people are a little bit more knowledgeable about what some of the causes are, what things to avoid, and then taking it a next step further and saying, take some action, whether that's spreading the word about how to prevent, doing fundraisers, helping someone who is maybe going through a breast cancer journey right now, whatever the case might be. And we are really excited about this partnership because we have committed to raising funds and donating at least $4,000 towards your organization this year, Erica.
That's incredible. We appreciate you so much for your support, and we're so jazzed up to be doing this partnership with you.
Well, thank you. Well, I know that that's part of what we're doing today is expressing our gratitude for the work that you do to create safer materials, information, get the word out, and then also helping people understand just what some of these causes might be. So one of the things that we've created here at Lemongrass in our mission to create safer, more natural products for consumers is a pink healing balm. And this is our part of our October campaign. It's an excellent product, if you will, that you can use for all purpose moisturizing your skin, but it's 100% all natural. There's no preservative. There's no toxic chemicals. We use frankincense essential oil for the scenting, as well as natural ingredients like apricot kernel oil, for example, and beeswax to create it. And so for every stick that is sold during the month of October, we're donating $2 to one of the organizations, just like BCPP, as well as $3 when a customer purchases one of the healing balm jars, which we call the family size. Some of them call it jumbo, but I have kind of dove into one of these already. You can see that I used my spatula to apply it, but this is a beautiful pink balm. Again, all natural ingredients with this, and it's a great way to just get the word out, but also gift to someone who's maybe going through a health journey right now. So I know, Erica, you are really excited to share some top tips that your organization is trying to spread the message on.
Yeah, so we have top tips for everyday, lifestyle changes, and then we have deeper tips of where we're trying to create systemic change. So today we're going to do the top tips, the everyday tips, things that you can start doing today, and making sure you can create a healthier home for you and your family. So one of the ones I have today is simple, and we've all been doing it, I think, a lot because of COVID, but washing your hands. Something as simple as washing your hands helps reduce the exposure to all the chemicals and the piles of dust that you're picking up. And we recommend using a soap free of triclosan, which is a cancer-causing chemical. So another good one and very simple is take off your shoes. It's one of those things that whatever you're bringing in, outside, it's going to come in through your home. And the best way to prevent that is just leave the shoes at the door. We recommend wet mopping and using a HEPA vacuum to remove dust rather than a dry sweeping, because that tends to then get the dust more in the air, and the wet mop does a much better job with that. So wet mopping. We also, light at night, exposure to light at night, can actually lead to breast cancer. So women that work in that occupation, have to have different things that they're looking at for, but there's simple things in your home where you can just make sure your sleeping space is dark at night, make sure it's free of blue electronic lights. I wear a sleep mask, that helps. And something as simple as that can actually help prevent breast cancer. Choosing furniture, carpets, mattresses free of flame retardants and PFAS is a biggie. Never microwave in plastic. Choose products that disclose their fragrance ingredients, just like Lemongrass, which is an amazing company, is leading the way in this space. Many of you may or may not know, but there's this fragrance loophole that allows for companies to legally have cancer-causing ingredients in their products. And it can be masked under the word fragrance. And so we're trying to change that at the federal level. And it's just amazing to see companies already doing it on their own and leading the charge. So just want to give kudos to Lemongrass there. Another tip we have is, read labels. They can be long, they can be daunting, but there are simple, apps out there like Clearia or Think Dirty. They're on your browser or on your phone, and you can just pull up whatever product you have, and it will be able to instantly tell you, hey, there's parabens in here, or there's phthalates in here, or endocrine disruption. So it's a really nice tip to use that I often use. A biggie right now that we're working on is getting PFAS out of cookware and food packaging. So a good tip for you at home is choose ceramic, coated or cast iron rather than nonstick pans that often contain Teflon and PFAS. Another one is limit your alcohol consumption. We have seen a high raise in breast cancer risk. So our tip is, one less drink, do what you can, and just know, be mindful of that. And another thing I'd like to recommend is taking action. Your voices are so crucial and vital, and legislators listen, corporate CEOs listen. They just need you to send in those letters. And we've got an amazing action center on our site right now with some really incredible bills that you, I think, would be very interested in, that will help cosmetic safety reform. And so another, top tip this month is try and get to our action center and at least take one action.
That's outstanding. Well, I know you're part of another program that's happening this month, and it has to do with health and wellness. And one of the things that we always encourage, our consultants, our home office team, and customers is focus on all the different things that they can do personally to improve their wellness. And you guys are launching a peak hike. So tell us about that.
So this is exciting. We've got what we call National Peak Hike. It is a focus on getting outdoors. It will begin on the 16th and the 17th. It is virtual, so it means anywhere you live, you can take to the trails, go by yourself, go solo, grab family, friends, create a team. And by doing so on those days and just signing up with us so we know you're on board with us, you're helping not only get out, and being outside is beneficial for health prevention, but it's also the proceeds will go back to help our life-saving work. And so last year we had about 400 people across the country from 39 states. And so we're looking at hopefully maybe getting all 50 states and hope that you'll join us on the trails. You can tag us and we'll feature you on our social channels. We're trying to create just as much community as we can and tying in the environment with prevention, because they often go so closely hand in hand.
Thank you so much for your tips, all the information on awareness this month. We really appreciate what you and your entire team is doing for this industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heidi. This has been a pleasure. I hope to talk to you again soon.
Sounds great. Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.